Hey guys, it's Targon here doing a Raid Shadow Legends video, and today I'm going to show you my new Spider 25 team. I'm super proud of this. I should have built this a long time ago, to be honest. I was lazy, and so I finally decided, what the heck, I'm going to go ahead and get this built. Um, so let me go ahead and I'll show you the team here. And we're in the middle of a Spider tournament for this Fragment Fusion. So, and as you can see here, best time 21 seconds, guys. That's how fast this can be. Now, a lot of my videos, I try to stress, you know, doing things without specific champions. This one requires a specific champion. I don't know of any champion that you can use for this, except for the one and the only Cecia. Um, I think she's the only one that can do this quite this fast, but she's the only legendary. So if you've got her, you can make this team. Also, you can take another AoE HP burn champion and put it in her place. This is probably just, I think it'll work just fine. It might take a little bit longer. Um, so I'm using Cecia, using Double Cold Heart, Achak, and Renegade. So the idea here with this comp is Cecia is going to put an HP burn on everybody. She also has a bit of an explosion thing going on, which is really nice. Cold Heart's going to be nuking and doing her thing. Achak freezes all the spiderlings. And then Renegade's going to basically reset all their cooldowns, okay? Now, you could obviously use Kymar in her place if you got him, but I don't have Kymar, so I am using her. But so let me show you, actually, I'll show you the gear, because the gear can be a little bit critical for one piece of the puzzle, or rather two pieces perhaps. All right, so Cecia. So I had to actually downgrade her gear. I was using her for Hydra before, and I had probably too much damage. I had too much damage built into her. Which sounds strange, but for this, I'll show you what I mean. So I actually had to bring down her attack. I brought down substantially her crit damage. Um, Obviously, for Hydra, you'd want to upgrade that. For anything else you're using her for, you want to upgrade that. But for here, you need the spiderlings to survive so that they can do their job, which is letting the burns tick down and kill the queen, right? If you nuke them too fast, then the burns go away. So there was a few times trying this run, it actually failed simply because she was killing the spiderlings. Though I think that was the time I got a 21-second run. I think no, I think maybe the fastest might have been with this current setup. I think I did another 21. But so Cecia, I'm just going with some speed and perception. Nothing really too fancy. Obviously, I got 6-star gear on her, but like I haven't even fully upgraded all this stuff, and especially for this, you don't necessarily need her to have crazy stats. Obviously, if you're going to use her in Hydra as well, which I highly recommend, you're going to want better stats on her. I ended up just throwing a defense amulet on to minimize my damage. Accuracy I brought down. I threw an HP ring on her instead of the attack ring that I was using before. So here's her total stats. Really, health isn't going to be an issue here for the most part. Attack, you might want to actually bring her attack down even further than this if you can, just to be on the safe side. 200 speed or thereabouts will work for this. The key thing is just having everybody synchronized, and I'll show you the team side by side. Crit rate, it's fine if she crits. You just don't want it doing crazy damage. And obviously accuracy is key for her. So now I'm going to show you my 2 cold hearts. I might rebuild my other cold heart to also run in reflex set. So the reason is that Renegade does a 2-turn cooldown reduction, but her Heartseeker is 4 turns. So having the reflex set kick in right at that moment is going to help cut down on the speeds. And depending on how fast your cold heart is going, like sometimes the Spider Queen could get a turn if she's not fast enough to get to that second turn afterwards. So she does her 1 turn, she nukes, the cooldown reduction kicks in, but then she does her other attack, and then if she's not fast enough, she might not catch up to the Spider Queen. So I highly recommend Reflex Set for her. Stats, obviously you want high crit damage, you want accuracy to make sure that you're dropping the turn meter. Realistically, depending on how you've built the other two champions here, HP shouldn't be a concern. They're not going to target her because they're going to be targeting the others. This Cold Heart, I probably will at some point try and rebuild her in a Reflex set as well, just so that way they both have that chance to cycle through faster. And you'll see here, Renegade and HAC, I haven't even taken to 6 stars yet. I haven't even put full gear on. I just had to get this accuracy number up there, and to get enough speed so the HAC is going, so that everybody's going before the Spider Queen. So I think that's, I think it's 150. Or that might be before the Spiderlings. The Queen might be even a little bit slower. But you want them going before the Spiderlings. Renegade, this is all the gear I've got on her, okay? So, again, just had to get her to be fast enough to go before. You do want Renegade going last, ideally, for this to really work flawlessly, so that way everybody's doing their thing, and then their cooldowns get reduced so they can go back and do their thing all over again. HAC really has this awesome skill here, attacks all enemies, has a 90% chance when booked of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn on enemies whose attack is higher than their defense. In this case, these Spiderlings, their attack is higher than their defense. So she's putting the freeze on. I think it's a she. I don't know what it is. It's an it. Looks like cousin it or whatever. Yeah, I think it's a she, sort of. So she's going to be putting this freeze on most of the Spiderlings. That way they're not overrunning us. And then Renegade's going to come in. All she does is she gets this skill off. Sacrificial Ritual reduces the cooldowns for everybody's skills by 2. All right, so let's go ahead and do the run. Why do I keep wanting to go to Doom Tower? Right. And I'll take it off auto for this first one, just so you can kind of see how this works. All right. So I have this set up. Cece is going first. She's not even putting the HP burn on all the Spiderlings, okay? Because more are going to come after her turn. But this way, it's going to allow her to get the drop defense and weaken on, hopefully, assuming that she places this on everybody. So she places the HP burn on everyone, so now she gets another turn, and she gets to do this. Flame Eruption, attacks all enemies, has, I think it's 100% chance when booked, places a weaken and decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. If there are at least 2 enemies under HP burn debuffs, instantly activates any HP burn debuffs on each target and decreases the duration of those by 1 turn. So you're going to watch some of the damage here. Pow, that's basically the same as the Cold Heart nukes, I think, roughly. And now Cold Heart's going to do her thing, so she's dropping turn meter, she's nuking. And now HAC's going to go in and freeze everybody, or mostly everybody. And now we reset the skills. Now, again, to reduce the damage being done, I have this preset to open with her flame skill, the Firestorm, right? That's her opening skill, but I actually have the presets to prioritize this. So she would do this again because I found that this, when she was putting this one on again, it was just doing too much damage. And now I'll throw it on auto. And you are going to want to put like Evil Eye on some champions, at least a few, just to kind of bring her bar down a little bit more. Give yourself a little bit more wiggle room. So, and then we can watch it full speed. Let's see how fast this one goes. This one's taking a little bit longer. The really short runs are when the reflex kicks in for Cold Heart. I think that's how I get the 21, is when her reflex kicks in at just the right time. So you see there, I mean, most of the damage is Cecia, and then Cold Heart mostly is in there for the turn meter reduction, but it also helps when she can nuke. So if you have these champions, guys, you can set this team up. It's really not that hard. It's not that gear intensive. My Cold Hearts do have a fair amount of crit damage on them, but you you can get by with less. The big thing is you want them dropping the turn meter. So just kind of like, so you can see everybody's stats here. So I have Cecia going first again. So I got her at 200 speed. It doesn't have to be exact. Then I have, Cold Heart. Actually, I think this is Cold Heart number 1 goes. And again, you only need Cold Heart with 70% crit rate because her nuke has a 30% boost built in. 264 damage helps, but I don't think that's necessary as long as she's getting that extra nuke in. So again, if you have her going fast enough. So both of them are at like 260 crit damage. Attack's not real key for her. Big thing is you want to have like around 300 accuracy for this. And then H-Hack's going to go, freezes all the Spiderlings. That way the Spiderlings aren't killing any of our team. And then Renegade does her reset and then dies. So, but that's all we need to do. So I hope that you guys are able to build this team. And if you've got Cecia, she's a really, really great champion. She can be good even in arena, but also really, really good in Hydra. So definitely recommend building her fully. As far as masteries go, I actually don't know if I have any masteries on her yet, because she's a relatively new champion for me. Let's see. I haven't even started her minnow runs yet, so Cold Hearts are the only ones I have masteries on. And honestly, I'd be afraid to add damage dealing masteries to her now because I don't want the run to fail. Now, since I had the issues with the failures before, since I edited her gear to bring down her attack, and bring down the crit damage, I have not had any failures on this. I think I also sped up my Cold Hearts a little bit to ensure that they're getting that second hit in. So since I've been running at these stats, there has not been any failures, and I've probably done about 100 runs maybe so far today since then. Maybe not quite 100. But so mastery, so Cold Heart's the only one. Basically, big thing is you just go down, get flawless execution. That way her crits are doing that much more damage. Again, Evil Eye, I would recommend getting that on everybody for this comp. I think that would make it work best. That way it's bringing down, the spiders' turn meter a little bit more. Obviously, though, you're not really hitting with the A1s very much, so it's probably actually not going to change a whole lot. But it can be useful, especially if you could make Renegade a little bit stronger and let her get one turn with her A1 to bring down the turn meter a bit. But so there you have it. That's the team. Fairly simple to build. It's not super gear intensive or stat intensive. You've just got to have Cecia. So let me know if you want to go ahead and try this. Let me know how it goes. See if you can hit that 20-second mark maybe. I'm not sure what the record time is, honestly. I never really follow the record, like the world records, fastest time or whatever. But so I'm sure probably someone out there has done it faster than me. But 21 seconds for Spider 25, I'm pretty happy with. So, and the awesome thing too is that it helps out so much in CVC because you're hitting the 25 dungeon and you can just plow through, get a ton of points for it. So. All right, so hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a chance to build this comp at some point in the future. So let me know how it goes. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.